Pauhana Years, a new day for older Americans, a time for living. Your host, Bob Barker.
Hi, and welcome to the program for and by the senior citizens of Hawaii. Today, Pauhana Years is again on the beautiful, lush Garden Isle. Today, we're at Kaumakani School on the west coast of Kauai, and this is Ellie Lloyd, the
Hello, Bob.
Executive Director of the Kauai Committee on Aging. Ellie, what are we going to observe here today?
Well, Bob, we are at Kaumakani School, and we have members of our Kaumakani Senior Center and our aide, Dorothy Dela Cruz, who works for the County Committee on Aging, and they are teaching the children at Kaumakani School various ethnic and cultural programs of dancing and crafts, and our seniors feel it's very important that these crafts and dances be perpetuated to the youth.
In other words, a learning experience between the youth and the elderly. Now we're in the Kaumakani School classroom, and this is Dorothy Dela Cruz, Committee on Aging aide. Dorothy, who were the teachers of the Japanese dancing we just saw?
They were Mrs. Sumi Kato, Mrs. Tsuya Oasa, and Mrs. Aiko Fuji.
And they are seniors from?
They are seniors from the Kaumakani Senior Center, teaching the children how to dance the Japanese dance.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's taking place here in this classroom?
We are now into the crab net making with these seniors, teaching the children how to make crab nets.
This is all volunteer work, isn't it?
Yes, this is all volunteer. These seniors are very glad to come in and help the children.
And do you find that the children are reacting to the help of the seniors well?
Yes, they are very interested in their crab net making, their dancing, and whatever we can teach them.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to step over here and find out what's taking place right here and listen to the conversation.
Hard this one. No can make fast this one, make easy, huh? So that you make good. See? Must holy this one too. Like that. Good. Too much. Little bit hard this one, number 2. Because too much work, huh? One time like this, make like this, like that. The first time, make like that.
Dorothy, do the seniors communicate in English all the time, or do they use their own language too?
They speak in the way that they can, and fortunately the children are able to understand them.
Mm-hmm. Do many of the children speak, in this case, Filipino?
Some of the children that come from Filipino families do speak, and where there is any difficulty, I step in.
Mm-hmm. You act as interpreter, huh? Here we have another operation.
One, ladies. Just like that. Just like this.
Son, what are you going to do with that net after you get through with it? What are you going to do with that net?
I don't know.
You going to catch anything?
I think so.
You think so? I think so too. And this is certainly a very good example of the children and, what should we say, grandparents,
Yes.
seniors of grandparents'
Yes.
age, getting together and learning probably from each other.
Yes, I think this is a very fine program where we can communicate with the small ones.
I think the seniors probably learn a little bit too from the
Oh
children.
yes, they try their best to speak English, and they are learning a little too.
Okay, now we'll move to another section of the classroom. And this is another Kamakani classroom we're invading, and we have the principal of the school, James Yasuda. James, how do you as principal feel about the seniors coming in here to work with the children?
Well, I really welcome the seniors coming in to work with the children. They have a lot of talent that is untapped, and we look to them for the kind of help that you see here, like kite making and crab net making, and this is the kind of thing that we have difficulty finding resources for to teach in the classroom, and I think our seniors have them. And I also feel that our students benefit not only by learning the craft, by the association with the seniors.
Do you think the children like the relationship?
I think they enjoy it. We've had this going on for a while now, and I haven't heard of one complaint by the kid or about what they're doing or who they're working with. They seem to enjoy it. The students are just very eager when they hear that the seniors are coming over.
I guess they sort of feel it's a grandparent relationship in a way.
Possibly, and I think this is the kind of relationship that we have to reestablish. I think in the past that a lot was handed down from the grandparents to the children, and now maybe we're kind of lagging behind in this area, and this is a start again of bringing this back.
Very good. Thank you very much, James. Now we're going to talk to Basilio Fuertes, who is a senior here involved with teaching kite making, right,
Yes, sir.
Basilio?
Yes, sir. I'm Mr. Fuertes.
How do you happen to be involved with kites? Are you an old-time kite maker?
I was a kite player in the Philippine Islands when I was small boy.
Oh, you were? Uh-huh.
So I had brought this type of craft to Hawaii and let these children know about it, because I know kite is one of the most important talent in this generation. I just want to let these children know that kite playing has been the discovery of electricity by Benjamin Franklin, according to the story is concerned. So by having this kite making, and at the same time we have the light around, the children will have to go back to the knowledge that they get from the one who discovered electricity to lighten the world.
Now, what materials do you use in making kites?
We have this special bamboo to avoid from breaking. Now, these bamboos are special for making kite because there are other bamboos where the joints are stiff, and when you bend them, they are broken. But these bamboos are not that type.
Where did you say this comes from?
These bamboos are special bamboo from different part of this island.
Oh, from a different part of this island.
We cannot make any kind of bamboo because the joints are stiff, and then when you bend, they are broken.
You find many children wanting to get into this kite making class?
They are very much interested. We started this about a year ago, and the children write us a thanks of letter. They expected us to be back. That's why we are back over here.
By the way, I understand you are in another activity with seniors, senior activity, in a gardening project, right?
Yes, we have gardening project. We have a head weaving Lahala project. So these are all the project of the elderly in connection with the RSVP.
RSVP, Retired Senior Volunteer.
That's correct.
Well, we're going to have a look at that gardening project a little bit later on. Now I want to step over here and see what's happening over here in this department. This looks like a very colorful kite. Are you making this kite, or are all of you making it together?
We're making together, sir.
All together. Well, then who gets the kite after it's finished? Do we have any fights over who gets the kite?
No.
You all going to share the kite, is that right?
Yep.
What is this material? Is this paper or cloth you're putting on here?
Paper.
Paper. Oh, tissue type paper, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What is this material right here? Is that paper, or is that this? It looks like cloth.
Elastic paper.
Oh, very, very fancy. And then if I can step around here, I think we have another one over here that's elaborate in another way. And this is made out of plastic, right? Is this a plastic background?
bag.
Yeah.
And it has printed on it, "Keep Hawaii Clean, Can Do." Very good.
This plastic bag was given to the 4-H boys.
By the way, you're Mrs. Fergus, aren't you?
That's right.
You help your husband in these projects?
Yeah, in everything.
In everything. Very, very nice. Now, Dorothy, we're going to have another dance number. What will it be this time?
It will be called Cariñosa, and it's led by Mrs. Filomena Francisco. And the children are just starting to learn, so they're not very good at it, but they are learning.
Well, that's what we want to watch. We want to watch them learn. Okay. This is Hominani, Waimea Housing for the Elderly, a project of the Hawaii Housing Authority. And here again is Basilio Fuertes, who is chairman of the residents of Hominani, and also Kauai's Outstanding Senior Citizen of the Year, right?
That's correct.
Now, Basilio, we are here in the middle of a beautiful, lush garden. How did this garden project of the senior housing come about?
Come about for the encouragement of the building of elderly home, whereby they should have some way to stay when they have their own place to live in. Now, usually over here there is no place, as it is now, our elderly home over here is no place for gardening. So the cultivation of this land is the perspective to get some land where the old people to live and reside to a place where they are gardening.
Well, now, this particular land here did not belong to the housing project, did it?
It is not. It is true by the help of Mr. Rowan Gay, the housing administrator of the county of Kauai, that he gave it to us from an owner of Mr. Daniel Nagata of Honolulu.
Now, it was not necessarily a good garden plot when you first saw it, was it?
It was kind of foresty, and there were many rabbits inside, but it was cleaned by their Job Corps, and then at the same time helped by Mr. Kessel, Jim Kessel, and Kikaha Sugar Company, who had given us some of the baggers in the mud press for cultivation.
And then you prepared the soil and got it in good shape for gardening, huh?
And with our hands, we prepare the soil. We make bamboo fence over here because we thought that this bamboo fence could be equitable for the protection of animals coming and destroy our plants.
Is this bamboo fence sort of a typical Filipino fence?
That's correct. I brought here the typical Filipino fence across the Pacific from the Philippines to Hawaii.
Uh-huh. Now, what type of crop? How long you had it, by the way? How long you been doing it here?
We have had about a year already, and then we have been harvesting our peanuts, and we have been harvesting our long beans and our cabbages, and this is the second crop now that we have over here in this land.
How many people work in the garden project?
Usually, most of our people working over here, but some of them are handicapped, so most of the time I make myself as the mother red hand to help them out, prepare this garden.
But you're sort of the boss of the thing, aren't you?
Well, something of that kind.
Are you getting enough of a crop that makes all the work worthwhile?
We have more than enough.
More than enough.
More than enough. We intend to sell these crops, and at the same time with the money, we will have get-together on special holidays, Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year. But we had not come for selling yet because the first crop that we get, we give out for the purpose of giving them what we can do and show them that we are willing to help them. In the meantime, they will help us when we are in need.
I understand that the recent senior camping project, you provided all the vegetables.
That's correct. In all the senior camping this year, in Koke as well in Haina, we get them vegetable from our garden.
Do you...
it's free. They're all free.
Yeah, yeah. Do you find the seniors in the housing project here are really eating the vegetables? That's one of the problems, is getting seniors to eat vegetables, isn't it?
They do.
They do eat, huh?
They love to eat the vegetable.
Now, let's talk about some of the individual crops. You mentioned peanuts. Do peanuts grow here easily?
Yeah, we have had peanuts over there, and then we planted peanut that side, and we have a picture of harvesting the peanuts. And then we have some more peanuts over there that we are not selling the peanuts because we intend to have them in the future.
You're going to have more products?
We get this lettuce over here. We get this head cabbage over here. We get this corn. This is second crop for the corn right there.
Second crop on the corn?
Second crop. We have planted the corn on the other side, and then we have second crop coming up.
That's sweet corn, I presume.
Yeah, sweet corn.
Not corn for horses.
No,
sweet corn.
Sweet corn. Good for the old people.
Good for the old people. Nice, sweet and soft.
Yeah, soft one.
Uh-huh. And then what are some of your other things that you're growing?
And we have also this eggplant all gone, tomatoes, and we have this. This is the third crop for the what we call daikon radish.
Oh yes.
And then we have the bell pepper over, but it's not turning good. And I think we need some more fertilizer, Bob, to improve this one.
Do you use a lot of fertilizer? Do you have to use much fertilizer in this soil?
Not necessarily, because this is a new soil. But in the meantime, we will be using fertilizers whereby we can have our plants grow well. We have also bananas over there that come from the extension, experiment extension. And then we had to experiment those bananas because they said are good bananas. So we had 4 of them given by the University of Hawaii.
Have they produced anything yet?
Not yet. They are growing.
Yeah, they're growing. And you also have an arbor over here that I see some gourds in, huh? You're growing gourds?
Yes. My wife wanted to have some kind of flower plants around the road so that make it more beautiful. So as a matter of fact, she is busy on this flower plant with the wahinis, with the ladies.
And then back over here, this arbor back here, where you have the bottles hanging with the gourds.
No, those are white squashes.
Oh, squash. Oh,
Yeah.
that's why you.
Now, you must remember, Bob, that we get a Filipino superstition. Formerly, these plants over here didn't bear fruit. So I hang all these bottles and all these things, then later on the fruits come in. This is a Filipino style, Filipino superstition.
No, I don't understand. What do the bottles do?
The
Hanging
bottle encourages the plant to produce fruits.
there? The bottle encourages the plant to produce fruit.
That's right.
Well, now there's quite a theory these days that plants understand, and you can talk to plants and
Well,
get them to grow better. Do you
Bob,
talk to your plants?
Usually early in the morning, I come early in the morning before the sunrise. I come here in the morning, and then I talk to my plants. Say, how are you doing? Say, don't worry, we are giving you something. So that's why we get all these things.
Do you ever hear them talk back to you?
Well, I have a sign that I can hear them.
Do you think they understand the bottle business, huh? The squash.
Well, the people over here did not understand that I was crazy about.
Mm-hmm.
But when the flowers are coming in, they say I'm right.
So you're right, after all. Now I see water in that. Did you put water in the bottles, or is that
No,
just accident?
no,
That's
no.
from the rain. That's from the rain then. Well, now, do you have plans for any expansion of this garden, or is this the limit as far as size is concerned?
As far as size is concerned, because the amount of people we get over here, they encourage me to get the other side over here, Bob. But it is not worthwhile because I am only the one who is working hard. I cannot depend from these people over here. They might have heart attack over here, and it will be a problem.
Yeah, sometimes they can't work,
Yeah,
I
they
suppose. Don't feel good.
While most of the work that they come over here, they pick up the wages over here and then harvest. But for the preparation and planting, myself and my wife do the work.
Oh, well now, it's fairly warm here. Do the people work here all day long, or when do you work?
Well, we usually work early in the morning before sun rises, and then about 5 o'clock in the afternoon when we come over here.
Cool. It gets pretty warm here on this side of Kauai.
That's correct,
in
that's
the,
correct.
Summer especially, huh?
This area is warm.
Have you tried some crops here that you've decided this is not the right place or this is not the right crop for this garden project, and you give up on them and try something else?
Not so far, Bob, but I have a son who is now in the University of Hawaii specializing in agriculture. I get advice from him.
Oh, you have a son in that.
He tested the soil over here and tell me, Daddy, put this kind of fertilizer, put this kind of plant. It works, you know. He will be graduating this June. It's a big help for my to me. You know.
Sure. Do you have any plans to put something in here that you don't have in now that you want to look forward to in the future?
Yes, we are trying to plant over here string bean where we can commercialize the products after all.
String beans?
String beans.
Now I heard...
And tomatoes too, eggplants. You know.
What about insects or bugs? Do you have any problem with those?
We have a problem over here, and my wife is trying to do all what she can to solve the problem. Well, usually it does not work good, but it helps a little bit.
And you're getting a lot of people working here that probably wouldn't be having any kind of an activity if they didn't have this garden project, right?
That's correct. We want them to keep on moving, and then I told them the more you move, the more you are healthy, and come over and then come and do some exercise.
Well, Basilio, you're to be congratulated. I think it's a wonderful project, and thank you very much for telling us about it.
We hope that the perspective and aim of this project will be a successful one, whereby Mrs. Lloyd is working hard for more home, better home for the elderly, with garden and with something for them to have the sunshine. Thank you very much.
And that's Pauhana Years for today, a visit on the west coast of the Garden Isle of Kauai. This is Bob Barker leaving you with a thought from Basilio Fuertes. You must never stop